Mr. Lim, thank you very much for being with us. You know, your overall point is that there are global centers of manufacturing and that Africa at this point has the potential to become a global center. Why is that? What is their potential?
If they develop the right industries, which they can be competitive, utilizing their abundant supply of labor force and also their resources. And that's important not only for African country, that's the secret of success for any economy.
So what are the competitive advantages that Africa has?
The competitive advantages are determined by what they have now. Their labor force, their natural resources, and since they have such a large supply of young labor force, and with quite good education, and a strong motivation for improving their life. And so if they can use that as a way to compete in the international market by producing those kind of products, that require a lot of labor inputs.
There's a Chinese company, Huajian, shoe manufacturer, something you don't normally think about when you think of Africa. Why is it important for African countries to diversify?
I think it's very important. Certainly, African country in the past 10 years is doing competitively well compared to the past. But they have not diversified their economy into non-resources sectors. And we know that in the resources sectors, if they only concentrate on the sectors, there are some drawbacks. And so our approach is look into every country and to identify sectors which they can be very competitive. Like in Ethiopia, they have very good supply in leather. And a leather like shoes, lady shoes, or sportswear are very labor intensive. So they have those kind of natural resources. They have the labor force, we can produce that. And if they can combine them together and with technology, with access to international market, I'm sure quickly they can turn into one of the major global production centers.
Let's say if labor prices keep rising in Asia and then Africa comes in to fill that gap, could Africa overtake Asia in manufacturing ultimately?
Yeah, and because China has been doing so well in the past 32 years, and the wage rate now increased very quickly because the surplus labor in China has almost depleted, and there will leave a huge space for African countries to enter. They could take over those kind of low value added produced by low wage workers and become very competitive. And at the same time, China, with the aspiration of upgrade to higher wage economy, Chinese economy also need to upgrade to higher, more technological intensive, more knowledge intensive industries.
So I guess what you're saying is Africa would fill in, let's say from the bottom, the primary manufacturing, and China becomes ever more sophisticated in terms of what it produces.
Right.
Yeah. There almost seems to be a message from China, which is you do well when you have very low wages, you don't do so well when wages rise.
It's a process of growth because every country in the early stage of development, they are agrarian, they are poor. When they are poor, they cannot have high wages, right? Otherwise, they are not poor. And if they are poor, they have low wages. And so you need to use low wages as a starting point to gain competitiveness. And if the country become very competitive, they will upgrade to other more sophisticated industries.
Is there an overriding one message or one lesson for Africa in China?
Well, I think that because China follow other countries' successful experiences. So I would not say overriding experiences from China. I would say overriding experiences from all the successful countries in the world so far. to look into what you have and do, what you can do well based on what you have. That is the secret of success in any economy.